Welcome back, Guardians, to the series that lets you know which guns are gods, which guns are good, and which guns are hot stinking garbage. Welcome to How to Crucible. Today, we're going to be looking at Autumn Wind. Let's get started, shall we? Quick thing before I start the video, pals of the light. I've finally returned to making these videos, and I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and we're going to get into a lot of weapons fairly shortly. I just want to say thank you for watching my vids and sticking with my channel while I was at the hospital, so now to the video. Oh, what is it, you say? It's a pulse rifle. A Season 2 pulse rifle. That's what it is. Shax gifted me this beaut while I was stroking him out, handing in packages. And do I say these Season 2 weapons are looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Well, I like this gun a lot. A lot. I almost like this gun more than my own mother. Destiny 2 finally did something right with how the guns are balanced and who they are coming from. Some of the best weapons in the game should come from the Crucible, because those guns are gifts for being in the Crucible, so they should be good or have, some sort of slight advantage while using it in the Crucible. And they finally did just that. This pulse rifle is pretty garbage at PvE, which was what I expected, or what I hoped at least. But when used in the Crucible, it becomes something short of a god. I was dropping some nice games with this weapon, and I really never felt like I was in any real disadvantage at all while playing, which is absolutely amazing. In my opinion, this gun will outperform tons of Season 1 weapons and not have a problem fighting off the Mida and Uriel's gift. With this gun performing so well, there are a ton of options to choose from when adapting a playstyle. I used the whole area mapping thing that I do, as well as ran around with teammates. Oh yeah, area mapping is when I pick like a fourth of the map to just run circles in no matter where anyone is spawning. I usually pick the area that has the most sight lines and really good cover. Maybe I make a separate video on that. Sadly, the perks on this gun aren't super great by any means, but the base stats is what makes it... It's what makes it. The gun. The whole thing. Makes the whole thing. It has accurized rounds, which increase the effective range for the weapon, but it's not great. It does just, a minimal range boosting. It's not crazy god range perkage there. Just helps a little bit. The weapon also has Under Pressure as the main last perk that gives you more stability and accuracy as ammo gets lower in the magazine. This is helpful if you're like me and you spray and pray at almost every single enemy. The real reason this gun is good is the stats Bungie gave it. I bow to you, O Crucible gods, because this is truly revolutionary. I'm going to give it a 7 in perks. Range was pretty good with this weapon. Excluding the 3 to 4 shot scout rifles, this thing did massive damage at range. The speed at which this weapon shoots and its damage values are incredible, to the point of me actually losing brain cells. It's burning my brain juice with its power. But it does not beat out the good scouts every time because they are super good still, and it doesn't seem like Bungie's going to be doing anything about those, so I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 in long range. Up close, this thing was personal. It actually, to my surprise, was super easy to track targets as they moved through the air around me, and I was able to land solid shots up close. I was impressed with this weapon because literally I hate pulse rifles. I can't stand them. But this one may have turned over a new leaf for me. I'm going to give it a 9 in the short range section because I want a lot of engagements up close. How did I do, you ask? Well, let me tell you of my glory days with this beautiful specimen. I ended the 15 matches with a 2.6 KD, which in itself is crazy. I had 257 kills and 99 deaths, adding those up to about 356 engagements, which is about the standard of what I've been doing. Now the equation. We can put 257 in for the K, and we can put in 356 for that T on the bottom, and to get a calculation of a 7.2 as our effectiveness. Now for the final requirement for all the guns, the dreaded overall rating. With the equation on the screen now, we can plug in all of our numbers, and we're going to get a 7.9 as our overall rating. Our total for this weapon is a 39.6 out of 50. It's a pretty high number right there. It's almost in the 40s. Now to the ranking process. As you know, or may not know, each of these weapons is scored out of 50 points. 10 possible points from each of the 5 categories. Then, they're ranked by total score first, by their type, then in all of Destiny 2. Now, the number is very high, so expect it to top a chart or two. Autumn Wind, in the pulse rifle category, is going to poop on all of its competitors and take the number 1 spot in that category. But, for all of Destiny 2, this weapon will take the... building suspense. It takes the 3rd spot in all of Destiny 2. Like I said, this gun is good, and it only has 2 weapons, keeping it out of the 1st place. Thank you guys for tuning in to another How To Crucible. If you liked the video, go ahead and Nova Bomb that like button. And if you're new, please join us and become not new. Become one of us. You know you want to. I even want to, but I can't do it twice. You know what I mean? But that's all the time I have. I'm out.